The wb&sons 15th of July auction has got a license to thrill, and this preview is for your eyes only. I'll tell you what, you want to die another day when you see some of the cars coming up in this auction, because I'll tell you what, Phil, this is going to be a quantum of solace.
I can see where you're going with the Bond puns, but the Series 2 Lotus Esprit wasn't in a Bond film. But I like what you did with it.
Yeah, we'll roll with that.
Let's just gloss over it. But
1989 Lotus Esprit Turbo.
Yes.
What a lovely thing this is.
Peter Stevens, the king of the makeover, was brought in to soften the
Looks
wedges.
superb, doesn't it? This is the 2.2 turbo, fantastic condition, 54,000 miles this one. Lovely, lovely state.
Sub 5 second 0 to 60 time with these 2.2 turbos.
That's impressive. Fast car. The sunroof, there's no rust on it because fiberglass, of course.
Yep.
Inside, lovely condition. And we know lots of trouble usually serious is the typical Lotus thing, but this one was driven here by the vendor. It's in lovely condition. You know what? No, this is excellent. It would be quite a spectacle to have on your driveway.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, okay.
All right, we'll leave that there.
Yeah, move on.
If that's not exotic enough of a mid-engine sports car for you, I know we're not really into our supercars on this channel, but we have to talk about this Lamborghini Gallardo here.
Now, I've got to be honest with you, Joe, I stopped paying attention to Lamborghinis after the Countach and the Diablo, so you've got to fill me in about what we got here.
That's a generational thing.
Okay,
this was the
enough.
Lamborghini to have when I was growing up. 2004 Gallardo, so first year production car. This one's been upgraded to a later 5.2 litre V10 out of the LP shaped cars. It's got a few little upgrades. We've got aftermarket wheels, you'll notice. The interior's had a few little cosmetic tweaks, painted black bits of trim and so on. Carbon fibre spoiler. Oh yeah, and twin turbo conversion. Yeah, this one's had a twin turbo conversion done on it. On just 0.4 bar of boost, it's making 900 brake horsepower.
It didn't need any more power, did it?
With a manual gearbox.
It's insane.
Insane.
I think I'd rather have the slightly more graceful Rolls-Royce Silver Cloud over your shoulder.
It's certainly more sedate, but it's no less attention grabbing, is it? A Rolls-Royce Silver Cloud. Just beautiful. Absolutely love it. This is arguably from Rolls-Royce's peak era. There's a video on the channel coming very soon. Wow.
Stunning. Rolls-Royce at its peak.
I know, the interior, parts of it have been retrimmed. Just the smell in there, magnificent. Not quite as iconic as a Silver Shadow, but arguably even more stately. And the sound when you shut the door is just...
Yeah, like a bank vault.
Beautiful.
It's nice.
If you want something blue and well engineered, but a little bit smaller though, what about this? VW Beetle.
This is lovely. Now, you've driven this one, haven't you?
I have indeed. 1966. This is a Beetle 1300, so it's a very, very late version of the droopy eye front end. The 67, they went to the kind of more facelifted front. I drove this one in sort of miserable, rainy weather. It was tremendous. Absolutely
a really good
lovely.
example of a Beetle is a fabulous thing.
It is. This is so sweet. The engine is sweet as a nut. The interior is lovely and tidy. Lovely, lovely condition. Less than 50,000 miles on it. Nice wheels. Fresh, good tyres all round, which is a small sign of a car that's been used and actually cared for. If you've never driven a Beetle before, do it. And if you've never owned one, this is a great example, I think, with a very keen estimate.
I was going to say, I think the guy price is bang on for this. I think
Really,
you get a
really
good car
like
for the
it.
money. So well
People's car rival behind it, though. What about the Citroën 2CV AK 400 van? Love
Look at
this.
that.
So this is an import, obviously from France, if you couldn't tell, and it's completely original. Isn't it so utterly, utterly charming in that 2CV way?
Oh, yeah, I think it's great, isn't it?
Just
There can't be many vans around in the UK.
No. That's why this one's been imported. So it is left-hand drive, but honestly, I wouldn't worry. You're not going to be overtaking much in a 2CV van. It's rock solid in the back, so it's never been used to carry any seafood or anything. It's brilliant. And a couple of little scruffy edges around the bonnet and so on, but 2CVs are so well supported that if this bothers you, it's easy to rectify.
You could pretty much rebuild it, I would have thought, from UK parts specialists, couldn't you?
Another blue classic that charmed you rather more. Wolseley 1500.
You drove the Beetle, I drove this, the Wolseley 1500. Obviously, originally meant to be a replacement for the Morris Minor, but the Morris Minor was still selling really well, so BMC brought this out along with the Riley 1.5 B-Series engine. Absolute peach of an engine. This one in particular is driving really well. It's immaculate inside, it drives beautifully, fresh tyres, gearbox, 4-speed gearbox, sweet as a nut. What a great, this is an entry into proper British classic motoring. I'd have this.
More unusual than a Morris Minor as well.
It's immaculate. I think this is great. Couldn't speak more highly of it.
Not big enough for you? What about this? Vauxhall Victor 101 Deluxe Estate.
And just when you thought that two-tone roofs were a modern thing, look at this.
Look at this.
It's
red
great.
on white, swept all the way back to the tailgate. Look, goes halfway down the tailgate. Fantastic. Massive boot in there that puts any modern SUV thing to shame. And you know why it's called a 101? Allegedly, there were 101 improvements over the previous Victor. Inside, massive bench seat with the leather. 82,000 miles is about right for a car of this era because it's not overused, but it's not underused. You get 6 people in here with comfort and many, many dogs in the boot. Brilliant.
It's so so rare. I was looking at Vauxhall Victors and you just don't see much information about the 101s.
No, I love this. You're not going to get anywhere quickly, but what a barge to cruise in.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Well, what about this? Bit of a contemporary of the day.
Well, Ford
Consul.
rival. The Consul Deluxe, you posh git. Look at this.
I love it. Inside, it's absolutely mint.
Oh, it's gorgeous, isn't it? The underneath of this car is spotless. And I love the little details on it, like the sunshade over the windscreen. A lot of this is actually surprisingly original, which is just brilliant on a car of this vintage. Gives it a little bit of provenance.
Well, didn't WB have an estate version that actually fetched really strong money?
Yes, it
so,
did.
you know, these are obviously in demand. So
they've got form with these cars, yeah. And what a form. Gorgeous thing. And again, lovely cruiser.
Yeah.
If you want to cruise a little bit quicker, though, I know you love
Stag.
these.
Yeah, now I really love a Triumph Stag. I know not everyone does like them, but this is a particularly good example.
Gorgeous. Manual car, this one. More unusual. Not to everyone's taste, but yeah, manual
4-speed with overdrive.
High end on the estimate for a Triumph Stag, but I think it deserves it.
Well restored, good example.
Lovely condition. I mean, that roof inside, lovely, lovely condition. Original radio, all the stuff. Proper Triumph V8 in this. No, none of your Rover nonsense.
Yeah.
No, this is gorgeous. This is a bit of a childhood sweetheart for you, isn't it?
Yes, I would very much like a Stag. I feel like I kind of missed the boat when they were cheap, and now they're not so much.
Should have had a Stag do.
Anyway, moving on. Got blue oval heaven here, Joe.
We do indeed. Lovely blue Mk2 XR2, but I want to talk about this. Moonstone Grey Fiesta RS Turbo. What a rarity.
Lovely thing this. It's got quite a peaky estimate on this one, but it is immaculate.
I think so. They've had a lot of Fiesta RS Turbos at WB, and I think this is the nicest one they've had by far. And this is a very rare colour Moonstone Grey. You see it on the Escort RS Turbos, not much on the Fiestas. It was quite a pricey option, as I understand it. And doesn't it suit it with the green stripes? Looks lovely.
I love the 3-spoke alloys. Lovely chunky Recaro seats, which on this example are immaculate.
Mint. Find another, as the saying often
goes.
goes.
Absolutely right. A little bit lower down on the estimate is this superb XR2.
This, again, absolutely mint, isn't it? This is one of the nicest Mark II XR2s I've ever seen.
Well, it's got the RS alloys, which would have been available as a factory order.
I think
it does come with the original pepper pots, though, so if purists want to take it back to the original spec, they can do that. But like you, I really think those RS wheels suit it. So
I think this is great. Not quite as shouty as the RS Turbo, but so cool, isn't it?
I think it looks really good in Strata Silver as well.
Yeah.
Really good.
Lovely condition. No, this is maybe not one to abuse and modify, but as a collector's piece,
no,
stunning.
for sure.
But if you want a classic that's a bit more affordable, have a look at this down the back.
But first, our friends at Lancaster Insurance are running monthly giveaways. You can win all sorts, from experience days to tools, restaurant vouchers and tech. So check the video description for full details and to enter.
Have a look at this, Phil. Sunbeam-Talbot 90.
Yeah, 1955. This has got a guide price of around £1,000.
I know, I mean...
So it's a restoration project at that, be under no illusions.
Bit of dappled paint, a little bit of faded chrome work.
But what a thing.
For the money, you can't argue with that. I mean, it's a good value for money car just in size.
Yeah, it's lovely. Look at that interior. It's just glorious, like some sort of 50s jukebox in there. It's brilliant.
Proper bit of patinaed old school coolness. I'd be tempted to do very minimal to it and leave it as is.
Yeah, okay, I like
really
that.
Like
yeah,
it.
yeah, absolutely.
And speaking of one to not touch, have a look at that Morris Minor there.
Morris Minor.
A quick one, this, people.
How many miles has this got on the clock there, Joe?
Have a guess, go on.
50,000.
No, go lower.
49,900. Okay, no, much lower, isn't it? Yeah.
190 miles. And it hasn't been round the clock. That's a genuine 190 miles, people. This really is find another. There are no miners that I've ever seen with mileage this low that aren't in museums. Just unbelievable, isn't it? And it perfectly sums up the eclectic variety you get at a WB sale. As ever, there's loads of stuff in this sale. I mean, even just as we're standing here, Morris Minor, Aston V8 Vantage, there's that crazy Lamborghini, there's Fords everywhere, Porsche 993, I can see Mercedes R107, there's two BMW 8 Series. Whatever you want, WB will have something to satisfy you. So go and look at their website, go and check out all the lots in this auction. When's the sale?
15th of July. Let us know in the comments what car you'd like to buy.
And the week before that auction, you can come to their Sunday Club Car Meet, which will be the week after this video is published, so you've still got time to get down, see all these cars in person, and if you are going to bid on anything, do let us know. I'm going to go and work on some more Bond puns.
Go for it, yeah.
I'll have to die another day.
You've already done that one.